You want to kick us off, Libby?
Okay. Here we are. It's October 15th.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
And this
Tax
is our
day.
RASE meeting, October 15th. Renee has an update.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to give you an update on the Windows 250 report. We're currently on time and under budget. We asked and received $2,240 from the ANC, of which $500 we spent on the website development, and the rest was for the design and the production costs. And I have the details if anyone's interested in the breakdown. We welcomed Chevy Chase Main Street District Bridges as our project partner. We launched on September 21st with 6 businesses in the Chevy Chase quarter area that signed on and agreed to hang signs in their shops. The launch occurred at the 10-foot banner, which stood at the northwest corner of Morrison and Connecticut, where the diner previously was. Let me see. The website is up. Since then, the CVS has accepted to put the exhibit up, and everyone should have gotten the email showing the exhibit. And please stop by and see. It looks great. And we will continue to recruit businesses through the end of 2024.
Renee, how many did you say have them right now?
6. Wow.
Wow.
Which ones? Let me see. Core 72, Balance Athletic Fitness Studio, Happy Go Bicycles, and Park Story, and the Fishery.
Oh, great.
And I think the Parthenon.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great.
That's a huge success. Wow. Yeah, that was good.
Really is.
I put the website in the chat.
Great.
Yep. It was very good that Matt Fruman came to the unveiling at Chevy Chase Day. That was good. And people
So
spoke.
I think there's an ANC meeting on
Next Monday.
the 21st.
Yep.
I don't know, Renee, I don't think we need to give an update in person, do we? We could just probably, maybe Lisa, can we just give a short update on that? Just let the community know the exhibit is up at CVS.
Yep.
Okay. And we could share the website in the chat for people too.
Yeah.
Okay, and we can provide it in writing too, just because we're dealing with a budget, just in case anyone had any questions about the funds.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the
Cal,
report.
thank you, Renee.
You're welcome.
Cal, did you want to give an update on Dr. Hewitt?
Sure. I'll just repeat what I sent in the email, which is that y'all had asked if they could do trainings for the ANC, the commissioners.
Yes.
And she wrote back and said, well, we're doing, trainings for agencies and commissions. And I wrote back and said, can you clarify the definition of whether that includes, advisory neighborhood commissions? And so they went back and they looked at it and they said, we've decided that the language, it does include commissions, it does include race, actually, is what she said. So they are scheduling 2 trainings. I think one might be late in the year and one might be early next year. They're kind of late for candidates. I was unclear because I thought we were also trying to get candidates to take the training, but if you want to wait until they're actually elected, might be as or more effective, whatever you all think.
To me, it makes sense to once they're in the actual position, we know that they're going to be interacting with the community and our committee, and seems like once they're elected, it's more of a government, a known entity that that the city might have more a reason to focus on.
Is this something that you were thinking would be required or not? And
Well, I don't know how we require people, but it would certainly be nice if, yeah, it was kind of, it became a new sort of a new practice for the beginning of the ANC commissioners in going.
Do they have some kind of orientation?
Lisa. Yeah, Lisa?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about, it would be great if,
Yes, commissioners do have orientation.
yeah, if that could be part of it.
Mhm.
What is part of the orientation?
It's basically an overview of, you know, regulations regarding the commission. So we go over oath, we go over, the statutory um, components of it, meetings, governance, things like that. We do have ethics training that we're supposed to do. I'm trying to think of the other ones that most of them are suggested. Go through. I just did training for chairpersons, so they're doing a really good job of training the chairs on like Robert's Rules of Order, running the meetings. Let's see, what's some other one? And then they do agency specific. So sometimes you will have, it's not consistent from year to year. Sometimes you might have something on, Department of Buildings. I would like to, really see kind of like you see in the government, a training calendar and, like what's your required, what's your suggested. But there are definitely training offerings for ANCs when they come in and throughout your term.
I really think it would be valuable if they could, if as an incoming group, you could all have the same training.
Yeah.
In at the same time, even if it was virtual, but
Yeah.
that way everybody's hearing the same message as
Yeah.
defined by OR.
Yeah, it's tough though because you got over 400 ANCs throughout the city. So, like even with the chairpersons, that training that they recently had with us, I think there were 6 or 7 different sessions. I missed, like the first 3. So it's hard to get us all together in one fell swoop. But it might be something OANC might, consider.
now I was gonna put up the one little thing she sent me on the guidelines for agency-sponsored racial equity training. I can't share my screen until you give me permission. But now that we're talking about this in more depth, maybe it's good to take a quick look at this again.
I mean, it could be for the ANCs that request it, not that they have to train all of them.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Cairo. Get back on, Corinthia.
I didn't see him. Hey, buddy.
Oh,
There he is.
Mister got a haircut. Hi, sweetheart.
Hi.
hey.
Anyway, if somebody gives me permission, I can share that on the screen. We can look at it again for a minute or two.
You should be able to share your screen now. You wanna?
Okay, here we go. Go share.
Yep. Well, Lisa, you probably, from your standpoint, are the best person to tell us if you think this is something that we should pursue.
Oh, definitely. And I think there would be, I mean, there are a lot of ANCs that I don't think would have a problem with this.
It's right.
And you're dealing with so many things where, racial equity comes into play. I think, it would be well received, to be honest with you.
So what's the next step?
I think we need to talk to Office of ANC, because they might already have something like this, on their agenda or, looking at it. But we could probably maybe invite, the director, and he was a former commissioner, so that's even better for us.
Ah.
One of our meetings, and just talk about it and see what he thinks.
Okay, at the next step, see if he's available for the next meeting.
His name is Kent Base.
Yep.
Okay,
You gonna do that, Lisa, or do you want one of us?
Yeah, I can send him an email.
Okay,
I'll copy the co-chairs.
okay. I was gonna send an email about something else. Maybe separate. All right, I'm gonna take this down.
thanks, Cal. We
So
have,
the next step with Dr. Hewitt is they're gonna get dates together and get back to us.
Okay.
okay. Anybody else? I have one question for the group. Just that, our sign up sheet, Maria, you probably know better than I do, because you were there a lot. I was walking around a lot, but at Chevy Chase Day, we had the sign up sheet, and Catherine Curley signed her name, and Ruth Robbins, who we know, she was an original task force member. In addition to Mark Rooney, we had 3 names. There were not other names on the list. So does anybody know Catherine Curley?
I do. She lives up the block.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a young family, and she was very active in the Living Chevy Chase group that was opposing the historic district. She's good on affordable housing issues, that sort of thing. I don't know her well. She's a lawyer. She yeah, I mean, I can follow up if you want with an email to her. And what would be nice would be maybe for any of these people, if we had sort of a standard email saying these are the things that the RASE committee is concerned about and working on. And I could take that and cut and paste that into an email to her and say, do you want to get more involved, or what do you think? Her time is limited because she's an attorney in a private firm, plus she has these families. So, but she has come to ANC meetings and testified over the affordable housing and civic core issues.
Yeah, because my question is, what do we do with these names?
Yeah, reach out, invite them in.
This is always a problem, because not everybody wants to be on a committee and come to monthly meetings or whatever the schedule is. But keeping them informed is an important thing. You never know. I mean, maybe, if we want to reach out into the community, somebody like Catherine Curley is is hooked into, she's got a mom's group, email thread, that she is active in, that it's just a private little thing. It's not like a real live listserv or anything, but she can reach out to them to get people involved in things.
I would say that the Transportation Committee did something similar, and they got over 50, got about 50 people signing up on the sign-up sheets because they went through the crowd and whatnot. And so what we've done is we've decided to have a sort of, this is mostly the bus transit working group, and they decided to have sort of two categories: people who might want to consider being on the committee, and the bulk of the people, though, who would be what they call friends of the bus transit working group, who would want to be informed, and also we could call upon when we need more muscle to do things out in the neighborhood. So that's just a model that I'm offering.
Can you share that, like the draft, like the email you sent to the group to?
The email we sent to which group?
Did you have a write-up about how to, how those two groups are functioning?
An internal thing, or do you mean something?
No, did you reach out? Did you reach out to the people on the
Not
list
yet.
yet?
We haven't done it yet.
Okay.
We're going to. Yeah.
I think that's what we were sort of interested in, is what that outreach sort of sounds like as a template for us doing something.
Yeah. Well, it's on our agenda for this Saturday's meeting. So yeah, I'm working.
Yeah.
I can do some kind of a really basic draft and we can take it from there and rework it.
Okay,
Well, I think the a draft, the part of the draft that talks about what we're doing and what we hope to do is something that should be part of our monthly reports to the ANC. Also, so it's not just a one-off for these people.
Current. But I thought you meant like overall the big picture things that we're working on.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's cut and paste with these things.
Okay, well, then I can follow up with you maybe about something that we could send.
Yeah.
Typically to Catherine and others.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Catherine, it doesn't have to be real formal or anything. I have I don't have a close relationship with her, but she'll take my email.
Okay. Okay.
So I will, after Saturday's working group meeting, I'll send you guys what we sent to the 50 folks.
You have 50, great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really good.
Can I ask why we in the ANC meetings decided to put RACE at the very end? It's a long meeting to wait until the very end when we usually just have like a very short update.
All of the committees are in the same position. We've had it structured because honestly, we got to get through community stuff first. And committee reports are the least pressing, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We get a lot of complaints from community that we put pressing issues late in the agenda. So community members feel that we put their issues too late in the agenda. So
yeah, I remember when you made that change, so I understand.
yeah, so I hate it for the committees, but that's probably, I would say, the best place for them because we do have to get to those hot pressing community issues as quick an agenda as possible. Because community, they just get upset if they're sitting there, waiting, an hour and a half to discuss the most pressing issue in the meeting.
Yeah, totally. I get it.
I'm sorry.
So
Well, I
we
would-
have a meeting coming up, if, for those who are gonna attend at 7, Maurice, you gave us a bit, background. Your daughters go to Merch, is that right?
They're a deal now.
They're a deal.
Did
They're a
you-
deal.
You moved over to a different ANC, is that right, Maurice?
I didn't move, the ANC moved.
Yes.
They redistricted us to the ANC 3F. I used to be at the southern boundary of, I guess, SMD 7,
Yeah.
whatever, in 34G. Charles, what was this? Colt, whatever. I don't remember his name. Cadwell.
Oh
Caldwell.
yeah, Charles.
So he was my commissioner up until the current term. Before that, Chris Frombeluti. So yeah, so basically, I just wanted to, for the people who are going to be attending from this meeting to that meeting, there's a city issue that they've been trying to get the city's attention. Fruman is going to be there. Somebody from the mayor's office will be there, probably Low. Somebody from the housing department will be there. There was supposed to be someone from DHS, but they backed out this afternoon. And really, it's not for the ANC to do anything. It's for the ANC to make sure the city knows that there's an untenable situation, that they are not following through and managing this program correctly, and it's having adverse effects on city residents. And unfortunately, it resulted in the death of a child. And there was actually a death of another child at another apartment the same week. So it's very unfortunate. It's very sad. And, the purpose of the meeting is to at least just get the city officials aware. So there's really this is not a problem for the ANC to own. This is a city problem.
Yep.
That's having particular issues there. So, one of the things I would just say is, I don't know how many people are going to attend this, but it's like the focus really should be on the city officials there, not on the ANC people. And it should really be on the city officials to, including Fruman, to take it back and figure out, like, okay, what are they going to do about this? Because it's going to keep happening unless something changes.
Yeah.
So
Was
that's
this
really all I wanted to say.
horrible? Maurice was the first child in Sedgwick Towers?
Yes. So that's in a different ANC. So, but the point is, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's at 7 and it's almost 7. Does
And they've got a
everybody-
packed agenda in there. I don't know where that's going to fall on the agenda. There's going to be other regular order items as well. But I imagine they're going to let the people speak first, the commissioners, then the people from the city, and then take questions from, the attendees.
Do
So
y'all
this
have
is
a link to the
regular-
meeting?
Yeah,
What's that?
Can you put a link in the chat
I
to the
can.
meeting?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
And this is a regular regular 3F meeting, not a special meeting for this.
Correct. They may or may not schedule a special meeting. This is their regular meeting, just like you have on Mondays. They just do monthly meetings, not bi-weekly, the way 34G does.
We're unique,
Same amount of people though,
I bet.
just different focus, different issues.
Yeah.
Thank you for that update. I was just concerned that the focus is people with vouchers, children are the only ones like dying when, other children across the city have had situations where they've passed away. So, but it's 7 o'clock, so I will drop. See you all
Wait
there.
a second, I'm trying to find
I found it. It's in here.
you found it?
Bye. I
Okay.
just put it
Yeah.
in the chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, take
See
care,
ya.
everyone.
All right.
So we're going to another meeting now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's that job? Okay, here we go. Going right to it.